Alrighty, so another live stream with the Nixie binary clock. So now it is time to power this up for the first time and do some of the one of the tests. So we're going to test out the 5-volt supply. So if there's no 5 volts or there's over voltage, we'll blow things up. So let's power this up and start testing. So we'll get the 9-volt transformer out for the first time. And get the twist tie off of it. Okay, we'll plug this in. And since this sucker is heavy, I'll have to put this on the floor. So we'll plug this in and hopefully nothing goes bang. So I don't smell any smoke. I don't see any smoke. So it says verify 5 volts on pins 816 on U1 IC socket. So U1 IC socket is over here, I think. Yep, U1. So pin 8 and pin 16, we have 5 volts. So we didn't screw anything up so far. Okay, what does it say after this? 4.85 to 5.1 volts must be present to continue with the preliminary test. Proceeding without passing the test will result in component failures. Unsolder jumper wire between A and A. Unsolder 270 ohm resistor points B and B. Installing location R44. See figure 2. Locate bag 1. Remaining 270 ohm. We will put the 270 ohm remaining one in R45. So R44 and R45. So we're going to take this out. We're going to put him up between here and here. Hello, Pete. How are you? So we're going to take this out. He's going to be placed in R44 or 45. Yeah, I'll turn the torch off when I get done seeing, because I think within these holes there's a oblong. Okay. Drop them on the floor. Okay, so we'll put this one. Yeah, this one is a variable brightness one. So you got high, low, or if you put it on and push and hold the button, you can make it fade in and out. and it flashes on either end. This is one of them lumen crafts. Nice little torch. Of course, it can't beat this torch right here. So we'll trim this off. So, let's see. R44. So we got that hole. I think it's going to be the outer hole on the right side. That one. Well, we'll see. I'm going to put it on the outside hole like I did up here. See what that does. Oh, it's a big resistor. And then what is that mat made of? Oh, it's the silicone baking mat. So in the outside hole. So them babies are going to stand a little proud. Put them in. Okay, that's that. Okay, so we did that. R45 is in, R44 is in, locate bag 2. Containing the 222 microhenry chokes. So here are the chokes. So we're putting them in. Noting body elevation of 1/8 to 3/16. So these got to be raised off the board a little bit. So L1, there's that one. These babies got to be elevated. Okay, let's see. This is probably a good spacer. I should do this one first. tack this in from the top. So that is elevated, like they requested. The solder comes all the way through? Oh yeah. So got that one. Put this one in. Okay, we'll snip them. Okay, so that's that. Okay, we did that. So we put them in L1 and N2. Next step, we will be installing the ICs. All right. Okay, U1, 74F112. So now it's time for the bag of chips. We got some loose. So 74F112. F112. So that is the majority of them on this side. So we'll take a chip off. Another one fell off. Get over there. Get this out of the way. F112. Let's see, there's the dot and the notch. These usually have to be squeezed. Just a little bit. So U1 gets this chip. U2 gets the same chip. So U2 is over here. Okay. U5 is going to get a SN74LS05N. So 05N. There's one right there. SN74L S05N. So he's going to go in U5. U5, that's an oddball one. Looks like a pin header is not going to work on this one. So I took the socket out. That might work. Might have to get a socket holder for that one. Okay. Okay, number U6 is going to be a 37AN. SN74 AL ALS 37AN. One up here. he's going to go in U6. U7 is going to get an S00N. SN74. S74S00N. Okay. U7. So he's over here. Let's see, U8, S40N, S40N, DM. It's not over there. DM 40N. I don't think it exists. I don't think I have that part. So maybe it's a typo? Because on the silk screen it says SN74LS20N. So since I don't have it on a manual, I'm going to go with the silk screen. So there is a '74LS 20N. There's one right there. We're gonna go with that. If it blows up, it blows up, or it don't work right. So we're gonna hope that the silk screen is right. N. It was cheap. Hate that when it happens. Yeah. It's one of them situations where there's a conflict between the manual and the silk screen. Just like it says for the LEDs, they're supposed to be purple. These are actually orange, like the Nixies. Okay, U34. So where's U34? U34. U34 is way over here. And he's going to be a 74F14 PC. So this one says 70. Let's see, 34. So this says 14N instead of 14 PC. So we do have one of them chips here, 14 PC. So is there any 14Ns on here, just for giggles? I don't think so. So we'll throw that in there. So U34, make sure that's U34. You're an orange person? Yeah, I agree with that. Orange is the best. So I'm going to throw that baby in there, and we're going to power this up, see if anything goes bang again. Let's see if something works. Putting these chips in is sort of a pain in the butt too. Okay, we're going to power this up again. Let's see, so we'll make sure all our notches is to the left. So left, 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 left. This one's going to be questionable if it works. Left, left. Well, something works. Okay. At this point, the clock powered out. LEDs D1 through D10 should flash rapidly in sequence from left to right. So, we got that. So that works. That's wonderful. My questionable socket holder is working. Okay. Power on clock. Verify D1, D10 is working. Yep, it's working. Disconnect power if it does not work. Install U3. U3 is a 74F112, and U4 is a 70F112. So 70F112, so these guys are that. Get that one out. And that one. So U3 and U4. So U3 is that one, and U4 is next door. So we'll put this one in first because he's hard to put in. Okay. Then we're done. So the notches to the left, notches to the left. So that's good. At this point, when the clock is powered up, LEDs D1 through D10 and D11 and 16 should flash in sequence from left to right. At this point in the clock, so 3 and 4. At this point, the clock should flash in sequence from left to right. So we'll power this up again. So that looks like it's doing something that it should be doing. And D11 through D16 flash slow. So that's fast, that's slow. It looks like it's doing what it's supposed to do. Decoding binary, blah, blah, blah. So step 14, verify seconds counter. So it looks like we're going to start powering up the binary section. So we've had success so far. So 74 F112s. So that's all these guys on top. These are all the same. I think they are. Except the one there. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. That are all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 9, 10, U9, U10, U11, and U12. So 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that's these four here. Ah, I knew that was going to happen. I need one of them fancy chip conformers. Okay. So now U13. So 13 is up here. O5N. So S05N. O5N. See, 13 and 14. So 14 is over here. 14 gets a 37 AN. 37 AN. $37 AN. 37 AN. My uncle's all pissed off because there's a friggin' car parked across the driveway and the cops are being a bunch of frickin' idiots. So, tried knocking next door, but there's no response because they're night owls, so they're probably passed out from being high. So 15 is going to be a OON. So there's an OON. Number 15. So number 15, he's in there. So 15 and 16 is a S40N. We don't have S40Ns like earlier, so it's going to be a 20N. It says on the silk screen SN74LS20N. Here's the Popos. They finally showed up. Give him hell! I love it. It's funnier than hell. Okay, so now it says at this point when the clock is powered up, LEDs D17 through D20. So D17 through D20, so that's these guys. Should count the seconds in binary. And D21 through D23 should count in tens of seconds. So these guys, this bank of LEDs should do something when we plug it in. Okay. So I know in the manual it says for a lot of this stuff to pay attention to the brighter LEDs. So we got semi-dim ones and bright ones. So we can tell that there's some action there. So that all looks good. Making sure there's no pins stuck underneath. Let's see, what are we doing? We're writing a ticket? Get a tow truck and tow them out of there. That's probably usually when they wake up, is the sound of a tow truck. So that looks like it's doing something. It says right here, no, all LEDs may be lit, count the bright LEDs. So that's exactly what is happening. Okay, step 15, verify minutes counter. So, 74 F112s, so we need some more of them, so another 4-pack. So where's that oddball on here? Is he still on there? 112, 112, 112, 112, 112, 112. Okay, these are all the same. So we need 4 of them. Cops are still looking for the owner of this car. So let's see, U17, U18, 19 and 20, 17, 18, 19 and 20.
a tow truck.
Nice.
They don't work. They got parked in front of the driveway. That emergency thing there will pick up the dead. Wow.
So let's see. We are 21 and 22. So 05N. One. 21 up there. Twenty-two is going to be a 37AN. One. 21 is 05. 37 AN. So 37 AN. And number 22. Two. 23 is going to be OON. So it's going to be another 20N. S00N. Somebody for S00N. Okay, I got one of them. So 23. Even though it says on the silkscreen ON. So that matches. That's good. So 22's done. 23 is the OON. '24 is going to be that S40, but it's really a 20N. Okay, so that's done. So at this point, when the clock is powered up, LEDs D24 through D27 should count the minutes in binary, and D28 through D30 should count in tens of minutes in binary. To speed up this test, press and hold the minute set button on the bottom of the clock, and the minutes should count at the rate of the seconds. Note, all LEDs may be lit. Count the bright LEDs. So that's working. So that works. That's good. Oh, they finally found the person who got the guy to move. I was hoping for the tow truck to come. That's a bummer. So now this is going to be the last bank of chips to put in. So let's see. That's that. So D24 through D27, that's working. And then D30, that's all working. So now we're on the hours. So another 3-pack of 112, so that's the final 3. U25, so 25, 26, and 27. You little bugger. Okay, that's that one. U28. Let's see, 28 is up there. So we got a 05N. So 28, 05N. '29 is going to be a 37AN. '30 is going to be a OON. '31 is going to be a S40. Well, it's going to be a 20N. Okay, 32 and 35 is going to be a 112. So 112s. That's a 12. That's a 12, even though the chip package looks different. So that's a 12, and that's a 12. then our last chip, gonna go on U36 and LM324N. So that's the only chip left. Okay, that takes care of all the chips. At this point, when the clock is powered up, LEDs D31 through D34 should count in hours in binary, and 35 and D36 should count in tens of hours in binary. To speed up this test, press and hold the hour set button on the bottom of the clock, and it should count the rate of seconds. Although LEDs may be lit, count the bright LEDs. So, power this up. Check out the binary section. So that appears to be working. Yep. We got our minutes. So that's good. So one thing I noticed with this clock, it doesn't have a backup memory. So every time the power goes out, it automatically will be reset. So this guy will have to go on a UPS. So it has infinite power, no matter what. So that is good. The clock is working. My little makeshift chip holder is working. So I had to take that out because my curiosity got the best of me with that one. So I wanted to make sure that one chip holder was set right. Make sure there was nothing under it that needed to be put in, like a resistor or something like that. So I took it out, but in the process of taking that out, it got destroyed. And so I says, well, I'll just use some pin headers. And then it was that questionable chip, whether it was a 16 pin or a 14 pin type of chip. But apparently it's working, it's happy. I don't smell anything burning. The 5-volt regulator is slightly warm. That's why it's got a heat sink on it to keep that cool. So now, our next step is going to be the Nixie tubes. But that's not going to happen today because this thing has already been running for a long hour and a half. So that's good for a replay type viewership. So that is awesome. So we will be installing the Nixie tubes. And I think these ones come with socket pins. So get that out. So here is, so we got one major component to put in. This is the transformer, and that's going to run the Nixies. So that's going to be put in after the Nixies. Come on, chair. So here's the Nixies. So they're going to go in. And then here is the pins for them. And then we got the hardware for the acrylic case. So we'll do that a long time. So that's all there is. It's just usually what I do is I put the pins on the back side of the Nixies and then solder everything in place. So we got a 4-pack and loose pack. So here's the wonderful Nixies. What flavor are these? 81. I never checked the date of these yet, so let's check the dates. So we got an 81. That looks like an 80. Yep, that's an 80. So we got 80, 81. There's another 81. 81, 81. 81. So we'll put the 1980 as the 0 counter. 0, 1, and 2 if it's on a 24-hour clock. So we'll put the old timer to do the hard work where he doesn't do much action because he's old. And he only wants to light up 0, 1, and 2. And then after we get them in, so these pins, they should slide in. They look like the right size. Yep. So put them in. And they go on the board like that. So they're going to go deep in the board. Put them in. Install the Nixies. Install the transformer. And that will very rapidly close this up. So we'll do this on Friday night. So 2:45, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. So that was a good, successful little build here. We got all the, we got the binary section working. So that's the really only drawback on this one is every time it loses power, you're going to have to reset the clock. But it's easy enough to set just by pushing and holding the button. You don't have to go through menus and stuff like that. So that is that. The buttons on the left there, that basically controls the brightness of the of the 1 hertz generator and the binary section and the Nixies. So that's kind of an interesting feature to have. And then this one has a hold button, so you can have that precise to the second. So that's pretty cool. So we'll put these back in the box, or bag, I should say. And we got a lot less parts to put in now, so that's good. Turn that off. So that's about it, I would imagine. Let's see. I did build, get another one of them hurricane lanterns and modified it to be an LED. So that's a good looking lamp. And this one has the 3 LED light source in it, and it's pretty nice to look at. So we get a battery. So these guys draw half an amp. These three bangers, I call them. So they're quite power hungry for a hurricane lantern. So that looks nice. And the glow of the night. So this one's going to go into between the shed doors outside. So I'll have to, can't do it today because it's raining out. So nice bright light. And, oh yeah, that's got a nice pattern on it. Where's the handle? There's the handle. Pull the battery in. So that's got a nice pattern, including the offset from my homemade reflector in there. So now it'll go out in the shed. And maybe it stopped. See if it stops raining today. Is it going to stop raining? Oh, yeah, it's going to be showery, misty. Just a gloomy, dreary day. So, check our stats out. So, 3 concurrent viewers, 9 views for an average view duration of 21 minutes. So now, I guess the next thing is, like I said, we'll be putting in the Nixie. So, I guess that's it for this particular live stream. So, thanks for watching. This will resume on Friday. Today is the 13th, so Friday the 18th, between 2:45 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next live stream. So thanks for watching.